He kind of punched back on me, if you will. President Zelensky.
In the same suit.
I think it's funny. I didn't take it personally.
You see, I changed. You are not.
Maybe yours is much better. In that moment in February, when I think from day one, from the moment the meeting started, it didn't go in the right direction. Today was a very different mood, a different feel. I think the laughter, the exchange that we had with one another, I think helped the dialogue. I hope it did.
Now let's speak to someone who is in the room at the White House with Presidents Zelensky and Trump. Chief White House correspondent for Real America's Voice, Brian Glenn. Last time the Ukrainian president was in the White House, it was Mr. Glenn's comments on Mr. Zelensky's clothing which ignited the furious row between Zelensky, Trump and Vice President Vance that Nick was showing us. Here's what he had to say about the Ukrainian leader's outfit today.
First of all, Mr. President Zelensky, you look fabulous in that suit.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, you look good.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, looks good on
I
you.
said the one that attacked you last time. See, now he's
I remember that.
Yeah, I apologize to you. You look wonderful. No, my first question for you, President Zelensky.
In the same suit. You see, I changed. You are not.
Maybe yours is much better.
Brian, welcome back to Newsnight. I'm just hearing this 180 from February.
Yeah. Who would imagine that that moment in February would be the moment we had today would be so different than that moment in February when I think from day one, from the moment the meeting started, it didn't go in the right direction. Today was a very different mood, a different feel. I think the laughter, the exchange that we had with one another, I think helped the dialogue. I hope it did. And I think we had a kind of a shared moment. I took a joke. He kind of punched back on me, if you will. I think it's funny. I didn't take it personally. And I just hope we can move forward and get peace.
Also, we were told by Robert Wilkie that Zelensky has been tutored by his European allies how to react. And I also heard that Donald Trump has changed visibly. And I wonder which man's moved more, in your opinion, Brian?
That's good. That's a great question. I think they both have, to a certain degree. I think Trump was in an excellent mood, and he's got a lot of things that he's been dealing with here on the domestic front. Of course, he's just coming back from Russia. We've had some, things that we're dealing with here, and then to be able to, come in fresh with Zelensky and deal with this conflict here is amazing. And I think Zelensky coming into the Oval Office today, dressed in a suit, a good smile, seemed very appreciative that he was there and that the time and that these other world leaders took time out of their day to fly to the White House and meet. So I think they both shifted in the right direction. And that's why I'm very optimistic that we can come up with some type of peace agreement.
Okay.
And I heard you guys talking about the map earlier. And Zelensky even asked President Trump, I'd like to take a version of that map home.
I heard that.
And President Trump thought he would be able to help him out.
Finally, give me 20 crisp broadcast seconds on MAGA. Do they seriously expect American boots on the ground? I thought that was the point of voting for the Donald.
Well, I'll give you 20 good seconds. MAGA wants this world war to end, this war between Ukraine and Russia to end. They do not want boots on the ground. Let me be clear. They do not want boots on the ground there in Ukraine to put U.S. troops at risk. So if we can get peace without, jeopardizing Americans' lives, then I think that's a win. But if we have to put troops on the ground and defend Ukraine, I wouldn't necessarily think that MAGA is all in on that.
Thank you. It's always good to see you on Newsnight. Come back soon.
Yes, sir.